Sorry, I should have worked that out before I went live. Welcome to the Bear Den, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. And happy dinner time if you're in the UK. And good night if you're my friends over in the Arabian Peninsula. So today is National Brown Butter Day. Brown butter goes really good in cookies. I don't really make a lot of brown butter. It's not something I've used a lot of, but something I've heard good things about. So that's the food thing it is today. Um, Today is also National Family Day. It's also National Girls Night Out Day and White Chocolate Day. I'm not a huge fan of white chocolate, so I'm not going to participate in that. And I also have I still have the pecan sandies from yesterday, so I have snacks for like a week. But yep, it's White Chocolate Day, and it is also National Online Recovery Day. So we can be grateful for all of our online documents being backed up. Hello and welcome in, everyone that's just joining. I hope my chat works well this morning. YouTube kind of does its own thing nowadays, but that's okay. So if anyone's chatting right now, I do not see it, so I'll figure it out in a couple minutes if it's not working. But yep, so that's what National Day it is. I can't believe we're already almost in October. It's flying by really quick. So I'm going to have to think of what I'm going to do for decorating outside for Halloween. We basically do lights around the porch, and then we decorate this little triangle outside, which if you've seen my outside lives, I've probably shown before. And so I need to come up with my plan for that. Yep, I bet my chat's not working. It's gonna buffer for a sec, guys, so hang in with me. Okay. Hi, Dinley. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I am just getting my day started a little later than I would have liked, but I stayed up kind of late. I actually watched a really good movie last night, which I hadn't seen. Oh, welcome from Vietnam. What time is it over there in Vietnam? It is about 12:15 in the East Coast. 12:15 p.m. Caesar, it's too early for you to go to work. No. It's good to see you, Caesar. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. Oh, hello, still Kim. Yep, I'm just getting my day rolling, Caesar. It's lunchtime over here, but I got a late start in life today. But a lot of cool national days today. National Brown Butter and National White Chocolate Day, National Family Day, and National Online Recovery Day. Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much for dropping in. I do remember a Kim that used to come here a lot, probably earlier last year, I think. But it's nice to see you. Welcome back. Not too much has changed around here. We're still kind of doing the same old thing, but that's okay. So let me think. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm not going to do a craft right this very minute, but later on I'm going to today. Maybe in a couple hours. I'm still trying to um get myself together this evening. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, yep, it's afternoon already and I am all the way behind. Oh, well, that's good. I thought I remembered you. Sometimes my memory is not great, to be honest. I actually really have a hard time with my memory. Good morning, Enrique. How are you? I guess it's afternoon. We'll get it right in the end. I hope everyone's Monday is going well. I'm kind of having my morning diet Pepsi. Oh, no Radgies this morning, Baz. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Good afternoon over there. I know it's unfortunate you don't get to swing your wrench. Which is all the better. I like it when, people don't have to bludgeon one another with the wrenches, but it happens. Nope, we're actually doing pretty good this afternoon. Oh, thank you. I've kind of had a rough couple days. I've had a really bad headache for like 2 days, so I'm on the mend again. I just can't stay healthy this year. It is what it is. But as long as I look okay, that's all that matters. Because the last couple of days, people are like, "You look really tired, Mary." And I'm like, dang it. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Mr. Mary's doing okay. He is at work this afternoon for another couple hours and not sure what the after work plans are quite yet. Um, so I imagine we will prepare dinner at some point. There's a couple of things in the fridge, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to do dinner before he gets home. But, or shortly thereafter. I haven't done anything exciting this afternoon. No. I I got a lot of phone calls to make today. I got to call the insurance company and a lot of my doctor's offices, and I want to do none of it, to be honest. I hate talking on the phone and all that jazz. It's good weather here today, though. If I get everything I want to done before too late, maybe I'll go for a drive since I feel a little better. But I thought I'd get on here, have my morning beverage with everyone. I've done really well. I only had 2 of those yesterday, which for Mary is a big deal because I usually have 4, sometimes 5. I'm terribly addicted to diet soda and I'm trying to get back to where I drink more water, but I used to work third shift, so I would pound diet soda while I worked. And I worked third shift for a lot of years at a lot of different jobs. And so my brain is kind of wired on a third shift schedule, basically. So, but that's no excuse to drink as much soda as I do. Soda has kind of replaced all my other vices. I used to smoke and I used to smoke cigarettes, I mean, and I used to drink more than I do now, so if diet soda and the occasional sugar snack is what we have working with, then that's what we do. Little miss, what are you doing? My cat is laying under the table. If my floor wasn't a mess, which it is, I need to vacuum. I got the vacuum out. Oh, that's going to be hard though. But it needs done. I cannot take this anymore. I hung out with all the weed heads, to be fair, but I just didn't like it. I mean, I did it a few times, but I just didn't like the way it made my head feel. I always got cotton mouth and I always felt like I was swallowing my tongue, so I just didn't like it. I was a drinker more so. But if you looked at all my friends, you would have assumed way worse things about me than were actually true. Good morning, Lukey. How are you? Well, it's afternoon for you guys. It's actually afternoon for me too, but I got a late start. Hello, Yasu. How are you? But oh, I have my phone set on do not disturb from 10 to 7, 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Ideally, so I sleep, but I'm never tired between 10 and 7 a.m. Well, I start rolling tired maybe around 4 a.m., but it depends on if I took my medicine or not. But yeah, I'm not very popular, so my phone doesn't ring that much. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, this is the only thing I do. So, yeah. Lovely to see you too. What is that shadow? I never can tell what the shadows are doing in my house. I have bad lighting. So, yep, I'm just having my wake up beverage. And after I finish this, I got stuff to do. So, I got this. I actually bought this trailer from a girl I used to work with, and her grandparents actually died in here. So, my house probably is haunted. Yep, that's who would be here. Or I have my own assortment of people around me. People that can see always tell me I have a lot of people around me. But I do not have the gift. Of course he does. Who else would be around me? But yeah, I don't know what I believe when when we die. I would like to think there is a heaven because I know there's a lot of people that have gone that I really want to see again. And oh, he's taking the piss at me. But some people think there's nothing. And it's just one of those things that I guess I'll see when I get there. But I'm hoping there's like a spiritual place where I will be reunited with all of my loved ones. And if there is a God, I'd kind of like to meet him. And I believe there is. There's definitely something greater than myself out there. So everything started somewhere. You know, if I do go to hell, I will at least be among friends. So, oh, thank you, Lukey. I appreciate that. I've been feeling kind of crap about my YouTube lately. It's just, I don't know. Crafting is really like niche and so niche and oversaturated. So it's kind of a hard one to break into, but I'm good with I don't, I'm not crazy about the idea of being monetized anyway, but then again, some days I want to be monetized, so it's just I need to decide what I want and then go with it. I'm kind of wishy-washy right now, but green-eyed lady, lovely lady. So I probably need to do a short today or something. I kind of want to do a riding stream because I don't want to drive and stream because I am not that coordinated. I cannot do two things at once anymore. If I'm doing something, I have to have total focus on what I'm doing or it doesn't get done. But I thought I'd come on here with all of you for an hour. But if I did one like that for you, I would have to do one for everybody, and that would take me way too much time. I forget what the last one I did was. Oh, I did one about yesterday being National Pecan Cookie Day. Because here in the US, and I don't know if it's international at all, we pick certain days to honor certain random things. Hi, Bev. Good to see you this afternoon. Oh, thank you. And so, like, today is brown butter and white chocolate day, family day, National Girls Out Day, or girls go out for the evening day, and National Online Recovery Day. Sorry, I had to think about it. You're cheating on you with me. No, I always appreciate everybody coming in. Even if you just stop in, hit the like, and head on out. He isn't live. That's why I went live. Nobody was live. So I figured I better capitalize while I can. I try not to go live if anybody else I know is live, but sometimes I do end up overlapping just because of how it is. But I try not to. I try to be respectful of other people going live, but sometimes it's too bad, so sad. This is the time Mary can go live, so that's what we're gonna do. But oh, goodness. understand. No, even if two people I watch are on the same time, I try to, "Hey, Kev, how you doing?" I try to go in and at least hit the like button on everybody's, but don't let him see it. You can remove it if you need to. But, yep, I'm afraid I'm not doing anything exciting this morning. Just typical, I got housework to do, and, you know, of course he does. And probably later this afternoon, I might do a craft stream and then maybe a music stream. Or I might do just one stream. All depends. I don't have a set streaming schedule at all. I need to make one and stick with it so people know, okay, it's this time Mary will be on. I was a little more consistent a while ago, but it's just not working that way. 8675309. Oh, yeah? I will definitely have to take a look. Yep, I need to do something different with my hair. It drives me crazy. But then if I do something with my hair, you'll be able to see my double chin. So there's only so much we can work with around here. But it is definitely a beautiful fall day here. It's still hot here. I was surprised. Oh, he went to Turkey. Now, how far is, I know where Turkey is in frame of reference to the UK. I just don't know how far it is. Sid makes me look like MJ. Well, if you have luscious locks, Baz just can't help himself. So if you got real pretty hair, but oh my goodness, I was talking about something and I completely lost my mind. Uh-oh. Goodness, I would have to get a whole new husband, and then my day plans would change real quick because there'd be the disposal of my husband if he shaved my head. Ah, I hate text notifications from more places that want Mary's money. Good grief. That's the 22nd. That's why everybody wants money. No, 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 no. Okay, firstly, let's discuss. No, 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 no. Oh, goodness, guys. Well, I mean, that would probably be a more appropriate hair length, I guess. She said uncomfortably to her audience. Oh, wow. I would have to get a whole pulley system to get that going on. So, no, that's not what we're doing today. Oh, wow. At least cheeseburger day been. That's true. I did get to enjoy my cheeseburger before all this talk. Okay. Just making sure it wasn't an emergency because I, as a non trained broadcast professional, did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I started my live stream. I do my best. Hello, Samesh. How are you? My mods are absolutely off the chain themselves, so most of them anyway. I have my live set to no kids anyway, but sometimes kids do come in anyway, but nobody in here now is a kid, so I'm not worried about it. Caesar was in here and he's a good lad. And um trying to think who else still mods for me. I don't remember. I think I went through and I picked 7 and no, I guess it was 10 cuz if I had mod on their channel, I'd left them mod on mine. Oh, I know you're messing. I actually don't think I have a super. I don't think I ever picked one. I was modding for myself for a really long time, but that was too hard to stream and mod for myself. So I picked a couple people that were in here all the time and rolled with it. You're born. I was surprised. I'm only a super mod on one channel, I'm only a managing mod on one channel, and I think he just kind of gives it to everybody. So, but I used to do a lot more moderating than I do now, but it's no big deal. Tis true, tis true. But everybody has different rules that they let fly on their channel. Most of the time, I'm pretty okay with most things, but for a while there, some people were just going way off the reservation, and that was just too much. But everything's good now. So I imagine everybody is just wrapping up their day over there, and I'm just getting mine started. I'm behind the 8 ball, but hopefully we will make good things happen today. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. But I do. When I close out, if you look on the thumbnail, I have a cat, and her name is Calliope, and she is the center of the universe. Um, she's the only pet I have, but she's the only one I need. um, Actually, I used to have fish when she was a kitten, and we thought there was no way she could get in the fish tank. Well, unfortunately, she thought it was a buffet, and so she kind of made it so she was the only pet in the house. So I I always pick interesting animals when I do have pets. She is 4. We've had her since we've moved in here, so she's 4. My folks had my folks had 4 cats, and they all lived to be relatively old. The oldest they had gotten when I was in high school, and he lived to be 25. So he was definitely old. Um, she approved. Apparently her favorite are um what did we have? I can't remember. I think we just had red platies at the time. The little tiny goldfish that are red. Well, they're not goldfish, but the redfish. We had 3, and then we had 2. And then one day the tank was completely empty and we couldn't figure out why. But it's funny now because she doesn't really care for fish flavored cat food, because we give her some wet and some dry. And she doesn't like salmon or anything like that. So it's just weird. I guess you have to give her the real thing. But and she has a preference versus the cuts or the pate. She is so spoiled. Not my fault. Mr. Mary spoils the cat more than I do. I spoil her with attention usually because I talk to her throughout the day. I will admit that with no shame. I talk to my cat because I don't know, sometimes I just need expert advice. So I talk to the cat. But it's definitely different. I would love to have a dog, but I couldn't take care of it properly and walk it as much as it needs to. That would be the big thing, walking and taking care of it. Raw sausages, oh my goodness. I have seen cats eat some things. I used to have a cat that she loved bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. She would always steal my ex's breakfast biscuits. And so I have seen cats eat eggs, even though yeah, she used to eat a lot of weird things. She would eat roast beef, and they are just so interesting. I could spend all day watching my cat. She just She's something else. And so since I am home all the time now, I do my fair share of cat watching. Broken up with YouTube streaming, of course. You know, we don't want to get carried away on either. But oh goodness, the hair. Yep, and I can definitely tell when she's in a different mood or anything like that. Anyone who says animals doesn't have don't have personalities crazy because they absolutely do. She has we have built-in closets and drawers, built-in wardrobes into our bedroom, and she has figured out how to climb just on the little bit that the drawers stick out and weasel her way into the wardrobe, and then she lays on my husband's clothes. So she's a very smart cat, and she's just amusing. I actually made her her own Facebook page just for something for me to do. And I usually post a picture every day with a smart caption under it or above it. And so I'm going to post that after I get off here because I took a picture of her for the thumbnails. She really doesn't sleep on our bed. Every now and again, she'll come in the middle of the night and lay on us, but not really. She does climb on Joe, my husband, to get him up to feed her in the morning. If he sleeps in past a certain time, she definitely wakes him up. She's got a really good sense of time, or when it's feeding time. And if you're off her schedule, she lets you know. She is something else like that. But yep, she sleeps on the back of the couches and in chairs, pretty much. But she is definitely interesting. I can tell her winter coat is starting to come in a little bit because she's getting thicker. I'm kind of curious to see how the winter is going to play out where I live because I live in the snow belt and, well, they call it the snow belt of New York. And sometimes we have a mild winter, sometimes we get absolutely pummeled with snow. Right. Yep. Uh, we feed her a combination of soft food and kibble, but they go, the soft food really, I think it has a lot of benefits, the soft food. It's very hard to do cat teeth care, and sometimes it just, no matter how good you take care of their teeth, they just, I don't know why it does how it does. Calliope always goes on Joe's stuff. So I understand that where they just go on one person's stuff because the cat really is, she tolerates me, but I am not her person. Um Joe is definitely her person. So I think they always go on the stuff of the person. I don't know because she goes on a lot of my things sometimes. Like, she lays on my blanket a lot because I have blankets on both of my couches in the living room. Yeah, better to just leave well enough alone. Ah, I will have to give your fella a look-see. Good morning, Carrie. How are you today? Nice to see you. Sorry, I hear talking outside of my door. I was trying to see what's going on. I'm not trying to be nosy, but I just like to know what's going on in the neighborhood, keep myself aware. Yep, some of her wet food, it smells. So I let Mr. Mary feed her the wet food and she gets it really early in the morning because she got used to him having to be to work at 5. So she actually gets up in the middle of the night expecting food. So he tends to it. And that was a huge sigh. But I definitely still trying to my brain awake. It takes me so long to get operational during the day. I know a lot of it's the medicine, but it's like, come on, Mary, it's noon. Get your brain together. Do the things. But I think I will do a simple stream this afternoon. I might just make a couple bracelets. I want to do something at least. I also might try a different camera setup and see how it works. I only have a camera and like an adjustable tripod. I don't think this is a tripod. Don't have the right word for it. I actually do have sleep apnea. I just haven't found a machine that I can work with because I have claustrophobia really bad. And so the mask over my face, I can't do it. And um I haven't tried the one up my nose. Oh, you know me, Carrie. I got my Diet Pepsi. I think Diet Mountain Dew works better to kick my brain on, though. But I have a 12 pack of each. Carrie, I only had 2 pops yesterday. I did real good. Did I take that? I have a lot of pillows, so I sleep on an angle, and that helps. I also, I actually usually fall asleep in the chair I'm sitting in because it's just comfortable. And usually, as soon as I put my blanket on, I'm out. It's like, good day, Mary. Join us later. I'm trying to cut back to something reasonable because I was drinking 4 16-ounce bottles a day, and that is not reasonable. That and my teeth are starting to be not good, so I just got whitening toothpaste. Oh, yep, it helps. Or a lot of my friends who can use it say it helps, but I just but I also haven't done my due diligence in finding another device that works. So I probably snore. But I'm also on a lot of different medicines too, and my night meds make me really groggy after I first wake up. I totally have to plan if I have to do anything in the morning, like if I have to drive. Do 2-liter bottles a day. I I was probably up to at least 1 2-liter because I used to drink about a 2-liter when I was at work, and then probably a little more when I got home. I just don't know. I do drink diet soda, which they go back and forth about whether diet is okay for you. So I switched between diet and zero sugar. And honestly, the zero sugar stuff tastes better, I think, because diet kind of has that really strong aspartame taste. But um, Dew Zero is actually my favorite soda. That's the one I would drink all the time if I could pick it. But Pepsi comes in these 12-pack bottles, this 12-pack bottle container. So I usually just end up getting the diet because they come in the 12 packs, but the zero doesn't, which makes no sense. But Pepsi does what Pepsi does. Urgh, that is uncomfortable. Mm. Well, we'll work with that. And I had an easier time quitting smoking cigarettes than I have quitting smoking soda. And it actually, for me to quit, it took me about 7 different tries. But in 2015, yeah, that was when I quit for good. But yeah, I think soda's worse than quitting drugs or drugs. Well, they do classify caffeine, there we go, as a drug. So, oh, Kev, I get really nasty headaches if I have absolutely no caffeine. Like, it's really bad. And it was kind of my doctor was having the same thing go wrong with him because he's like, I drink about 6 pots of coffee a day. And so he was in the exam room with me, and he was just like, oh my goodness, I have a headache. And because I was talking about, we were talking about how much caffeine I drink. And he's like, yeah, I have the same problem too, that he drinks a lot of caffeine. But there's only so many bad habits I can quit. That's not true. I can clean up my act a little better. Bad habits lead to late nights and another habit I need to get out of is I keep falling asleep with my phone not on the charger. And I need to fix that because then the whole next day I'm playing Survivor. But I do have phone chargers strategically placed all throughout the house. I need to get the one in my craft room. I need to get my surge protector behind my desk. So that way, behind on top of whatever. So that way I can plug in like my glue gun, my ring light for my, I guess this is a ring light. I don't know if it's a ring light, if it's a tripod. It's both. In any case, it makes me happy. So, but I really need to look into like a GoPro or an overhead camera. Me too, Carrie. I I don't know. I trust people, but I don't trust people at the same time. I also kind of avoid confrontation when I need to have confrontation. But sometimes confrontation's hard because sometimes it's worth having a confrontation if having the discussion is going to change anything, then it's worth having the confrontation. But if you're going to be in the same spot at the end of the day and nothing's going to change, then I'm to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm not going to argue this with this person because it's not going to change. Which I guess isn't fair to predict people's behavior, but if you know somebody well enough, you know how they're going to react to things. And so having a pointless confrontation is really hard for me, anyways. Oh, goodness. I had it on top messages this whole time. Oh, good job, Mary. This is why we shouldn't stream while we have our morning beverage. I don't remember if I took that meloxicam. I'm too much on autopilot sometimes, and I'm not paying enough attention to things. But I actually watched a movie last night for the first time in a really long time. Speaking of concentrating on things, I actually was really paying attention to this movie. It was so good. It was Hercules by The Rock, and you can watch it on YouTube for free right now. So usually I don't pay a lot of attention if I have like a movie on. I usually check out, but I was actually really watching this movie. It was so good. I've tried to like pay full attention to whatever I'm doing at the moment lately because a lot of times, I don't know, I'll be doing something and then I'll be scrolling my phone. So I try to like, if I'm talking to somebody, especially, in person. I always try to put down my phone. I do too. Um, I watch a lot on YouTube. I almost always have YouTube on in the background as like a distraction. Ooh, we got wind. We got a lot of wind. It's gonna storm. I figured it was gonna storm because I was extra sore this morning, so whenever it's gonna rain, I get extra sore. Because for some reason, I have um I have a lot of extra arthritis in my bones, which shouldn't be there at my age, but it is. So we're investigating that at the current moment in time to see if I have rheumatoid or whatever. Very uncomfortable, a lot of painful tests, but it is what it is. And good morning. How are you? Nice to see you, sweetheart. How do I feel about a rat tail haircut? Well, I would not personally cut my hair in that particular fashion, but if somebody feels like it's their calling to have a rat tail, then by all means. The landlady just called and want me to move where I'm living. However, I personally, I don't know. They're different. What do you mean she wants you to move, Carrie? She wants you to move out of the house or in a different spot, or what are we doing? Are you okay, buddy? Like, WTF, man? I don't even think you've been there 3 months, have you? I'm sorry, I need to shut up so you can type. My bad. I just always have to get out my thoughts when I have them. It probably drives people crazy. Something that starts with S. No, I did. I didn't even think of soda. This is my first one of the day. I only had 2 yesterday. Nope, it starts with S. The mail? Already? Oh, it's 111. If you do that sort of thing, make a wish. Um, Actually, Diet Pepsi really doesn't taste that good. I do like a Diet Pepsi. Oh, wow. That's not nice. Oh, you're fine. Carrie, so your landlord wants you to move, the landlady wants you to move out, or what's going on? Oh, why? That's crazy. Lovely. Where does she suggest that you go? Well, this is not a good day for anybody. I thought it took them 3 days to review an appeal. Ooh. Ridiculous. I think you can join a dual live even if you don't have the right amount or whatever, or you're not age verified. That's crazy that she wants you to go and not them, but I hate people. Thunder or big truck? Maybe thunder. Is this bad boy frozen? Oh, it's not. Oh, Lord. Yeah, living with a cokehead is not fun. 0 on 10. Don't recommend. Come here, miss. Here. Do you want to say hi to your friends? Oh, no. Somewhere near Auburn. Where is that? Is she gonna pay for you to move? Like, you just moved. I don't know, Carrie, buddy. If you can afford it, I would maybe get a different landlord. But I don't know your situation, so sometimes in order to get by in life, we have to collude with people who we don't like, don't trust. Ma'am, I need you to stop biting my feet, like, right now. Have you gone mad? Excuse me. The cat and I were having a disagreement. She saw herself as reasonable. I disagreed. Which I get it. I was jouncing my foot and I'm barefoot, so. But every time she bites her feet, I jerk my leg and then my knee goes in a direction which it's not intended. It's mayhem. There's chaos. Chaos, mayhem, and foolishness. And we just lose control of the whole situation. It's raining. Very well. It was thunder. I hope the power doesn't go out. Where are we at phone charge wise? 50. Okay. So we're not playing Survivor, so even if the power goes out, we're good. I wonder where my flashlight is. I guess I don't need it. I have the candles in front of me. I haven't burned the candles in a while. I used to do that on the Bear Den After Dark, but anyways, I hope you guys can still hear me because it's really loud. The rain's really loud. However, yeah, Was just thinking. In the rain, wet. Well, do you know anything about Auburn, Carrie? Wow. Yep, it's definitely storming here. Let's see, do I hit us? Okay, time out for a second. Okay. I am trying to get a good shot of the leaves blowing in the wind. Ooh, Joe's gonna be mad. He just... Ow, Clive, you stop. He just mowed the lawn yesterday and ground up all the leaves. Yep. Ouch. Mm-hmm. Oops. I zoomed in a little too far. And that is the yard. Any whoosies. Okay, so that was a brief tour, and that's what it's looking like with the leaves in the fall and stuff. Falling leaves. Kneeling was a very dumb idea, Mary, but it was the best way to get the picture, was to kneel. Alrighty. So, I do believe for now I am probably going to end stream. I will be back on later, of course, and we will most likely do some stuff in the craft room and possibly do a music stream. Maybe not. We'll see. But in any case, thank you so much for dropping by the Bear Den. It's always nice to see you guys. Bye.